Hi, this is Danny with Rallybound, and this is a video that I have been waiting for over 2 years to make for you. It's about our new registration form that we call Role Registration. It began in beta in 2017. And since then, we've had a number of great clients that have worked with us to get through all of the kinks, and it's now available to our client base as a whole. Now, let me tell you why it's called role registration. As a nonprofit professional, you realize that there are different types of users that come to your events and to your campaigns. There could be people that are just attending an event. It could be a volunteer. It could be somebody who's going to be fundraising for you virtually. They're not going to be able to attend. And those that are going to be doing all of the above. And so, what those selections are, what roles they choose, will have distinct implications. The type of communication they receive, the email flow, what you ask of them, and how the data is captured. And so, we have a great solve for that through our role registration. So, let's get started. The first thing I'll do visiting the page is select register. And this is a very important first step. It's where the account is created. And you enter your email address to get started. So I'll enter Danielle at rallybound.com. What is so important about this step is that often when somebody begins registration, they'll get distracted and they'll leave. And there's no way for the nonprofit to identify who those people are and reach out to them again. So there's this whole constituency that's being left behind. And we've solved that. So once the email address is entered, now you can contact them. The second step is for them to enter in their username or their full name and then their password. And so now that I've done this, the account is created and I have been considered registered for an account profile. The second piece is where I will tell us how I plan to participate. And this is what I was talking about earlier with those roles. So here I've got 3 roles in front of me. I can be just a fundraiser, I can just be walking, attending the event, or I could be doing both. So I'm going to say I will be doing both. I am a fundraiser and a walker. The next step is for me to enter in my information. Contact information, always very, very important. And so I will enter these details in. It is up to you whether or not you ask for contact information. Some nonprofits will choose to only ask for a billing address, and so if there's a cost on your registration, you might not want to ask for it here. Sometimes there's a different address, a physical and a billing address, and so they ask for both. It's at your discretion whether or not this is turned on. It's up to you. It is by default. If you need it off, just let us know. So I'm going to enter in my information, and then I will see those roles that I had talked about before. And these are managed on your end. So because I selected fundraiser and walker, both of those options are toggled open, and I can see questions that are only applicable if I were fundraising and if I were attending the event. If I had only picked walker, I would have had this view where I could have come in here and been like, you know what, I do think I want to fundraise. So it's never too late for them to change their mind. It just makes it easier to tailor the questions towards what it is that you're trying to capture from them. So here I'm going to be a fundraiser and a walker. I'm just going to choose some of these selections very quickly. Oh, and then here I see another option that wasn't posed to me. So just because there might be a role that's relevant in the system, it doesn't mean that it needs to be one of the selections you ask right away. It could be something like this, where if I want to be a volunteer, I can choose to volunteer, and here you can ask questions that are specific to a volunteer. Now I'm going to go to the create or join a team. I think I would like to join. Oh, look at, as I start typing, I can see selections. I can see that Rallybounders is already a team. I don't know if that's the team I want to be on, so instead I'm just going to say Rallybound. I'm going to create, and now I'm going to be the team captain. I can enter in information about Rallybound, and we're going to go and beat those Rallybounders. This next step is also very important and something that makes our registration process really special. It's what we refer to as the family and friends registration. As any nonprofit professional would know, this is one of the most challenging pieces of any registration process because you've got different types of people that need to register different types of people, etc. So after I click on register another member, I'm going to show you the 2 options. The first is add a user to my account. Now this example would be for my darling husband who will attend the event with me, but I know he's not going to be fundraising. I can fundraise for him. I can send it to his family and friends. They might even think that it's him, but he's not going to be doing fundraising. So I'm going to enter in his name. He's going to have the same address as me. If it should be different, I could uncheck the box and put in the appropriate address because data capture is so important. And here I can say that he's going to be fundraising. He's also going to be walking in this event with me. So I will just make some of these selections here, and then I'm going to hit save. He's going to be part of my team. He's going to be a walker, fundraiser. I can see everything it's done. Now, that's what we consider a managed account because he's managed under a single email address. The second piece is a user with their own account. So I am going to invite my colleague Morgan. She's going to be attending the event, but she can do fundraising on her own. And so I'm going to enter in her email address, and then the account information will pop up where I can start to enter in her name. I can choose whether she has the same address as me or another address. For simplicity's purpose, I'm just going to say use the same address. And then I can also say whether or not she is going to be a volunteer or a walker. Now, I'm going to go to the next stage. A pop-up's going to appear. It says get started with the donation of your own. Like any good fundraiser, I'm going to donate to my campaign. I'm going to continue to pay. Here on the right-hand side, I can see all of the donations that have been made. I can see the totals for the different selections. So if I had different options, t-shirt size, route, whatever it might be, I would be able to see all of those. I can also choose to enter discount code here, and then here I can enter in my processing information. Now, if you thought that this registration form couldn't get any better, I would say you are almost right. There is one piece of it that is even better, and that's when you go into your fundraiser dashboard. I'm actually going to make that a different video since it seemed like the valid phone number in our test environment didn't seem to like me. But I hope that you thought that this was helpful. There's going to be another video also that covers it from the back-end admin perspective that you'll want to look at and see. I hope that this was helpful, and I wish you best of luck with all nonprofit fundraising activities. Take care.